if I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. In the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If he said he want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flop. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the flop on the app.
Money in company, nah, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me, he owe me some money. Hit him with the not the crumping. Why they playing games? They don't want no problems with me. My got good. I ain't know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone tell them well opposition. They move wrong. So I
dark shades, too much. I could barely see them. Acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room, phony folks. Play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tuck underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad, from out of town, I think she model Abercrombie. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler, leprechaun. I'ma come clean, I got beef. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves, okay. Hating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their teeth all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. So when it's winter, I
do your business.
Loyal and honor.
Chillax, 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 chillax.
Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. What?
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold.
G go too fast. I don't need one no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is little baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm torching. Had the fish on my teeth, I went fortunate. Put the town on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it for it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Oh, battle at the line and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You see it? You see it? Move.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Move.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a safety, Ron Parker, there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Finds a seam inside the 40, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A toss play to Hunt. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
There we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, while we have a second, wanted to touch on a new program that's making its debut that's got a lot of people excited, Charles. It's the Madden 99 Club. Now, what that is, gives special recognition to those guys with an overall rating of 99. Of course, that's as good as it gets. So through a partnership with our friends at Nike, you're going to see custom one-of-a-kind gold 99 Club cleats and gloves reserved for guys like Antonio Brown, Gronk, and Luke Kuechly.
And you and I were fortunate enough to get an early sneak peek at them. And I'll tell you, for my money, really cool thing that they're doing. Sharp, sharp look. And how cool will it be for those guys to be part of that exclusive club and have something that no one else in the league has that signifies them as 99. That's pretty cool.
Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Hunt. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Hang on, you see it? 180!
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Ready. Blue 45.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here we go now. Blue.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
There you go, we go. You see it? You see it? Man, come!
They go with Howard again. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
We go!
On first, they go right back to Howard. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So many times during games we talk about reading keys. So what does that mean for a cornerback? Well, when you're guarding a receiver, is he actually going out for a pass, or is he trying to block you because it's a running play? Reading the key and understanding the play. On this one, he diagnosed it perfectly and made an excellent tackle.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, CD, a quick look back at Week 4 in the NFL. Not good for rookie QBs. They went 0 for 4. You had Rosen and Mayfield making their first starts. Both close losses.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold took on Jacksonville, one of the better defenses in the league. That's a tough go, and obviously lost that game. And then how about Josh Allen in Buffalo going to Green Bay, the Packers wearing the throwback uniforms. He almost didn't have a chance in that one. That was a really difficult one. But you mentioned Rosen and Mayfield. Close losses, acquitted themselves pretty well overall, although Mayfield did turn it over 4 times in the game. But I like what we're seeing out of him. The one winner, though, was Lamar Jackson, but it doesn't go on his record. He wasn't the starting quarterback, used a little bit in their game in their win over Pittsburgh.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Green, blue 45, blue 45.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On the handoff, this is Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D. Ford coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They run again with Hunt. He spins free, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll toss it to Hunt. Oh, twisting away. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll give to Howard. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Ace!
They'll run. This is Hunt. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Running with Howard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
You see it? You see it? Red, up! Under 10. Move. Lock in.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. On the run, this is Hunt. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. On third down, it's Hunt, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada.
You a shook one, reason or the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my, strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? Your warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York with a pitchfork.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out anywhere. Tell them they don't need matter. Yep, like and the can't go enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember how to Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to getting things from a text. So I count setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say do. Tell break bread, a fake there, the bit, the hate there. 50 million a year, that to make that.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking to Mixon on the check down. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Here you go, Ken.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Open man is Uzama. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. On first down, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to run past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The ball switching back over to Cincinnati here, and they are 3-1 through 4 weeks of the NFL season. Had a big road win last week in Atlanta. You know, it's interesting. It's the first time that A.J. Green and Julio Jones matched up since they were drafted back in 2011.
Yeah, A.J. Green went 4th, obviously, to Cincinnati. Julio Jones 6th to Atlanta after Atlanta moved up big in that draft to select him. Julio had 173 yards receiving, but looks like A.J. got the last laugh. Not only did his team win the game, Green had a 13-yard touchdown with 7 seconds remaining to give them the winning margin. But how about Tyler Eifert, the tight end for Cincinnati? What a tough injury, and we can only send our best wishes to him on his recovery.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Go on the ball.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We're good.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Dalton here from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Dalton, first and 10. He drops it off for Bernard. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5. And it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Andy Dalton now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's first and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Here you go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chris Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Over here, over here. You're good. Lead.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now here's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ace! Ready! Blue 45!
They run with Hunt. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Here we go now.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. that appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Dalton bootlegs out. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ready, blue 45.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Ross on the return. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Good. Over here, over here.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, We're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
A gain of 3, second down. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The final act of the first half, Dalton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Mahomes to throw on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Mahomes now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Here we go! Blue 45!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Well, not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vontaze Burfict with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Green 39! Green!
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but with stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Dalton throwing on second down. Green with a catch left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Over here, yes.
Dalton here from the gun. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Vontaze Burfict in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Now a toss coming right side. That's Hunt. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
There we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And give them a gain of 37. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. D. Ford in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And he's going to go down again. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Andy Dalton now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Good. Over here. Yes.
To throw again. Dalton. Over the middle. That's caught by Ross. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go on the ball.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0.